That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to run down my top 10 favorite films from the 2019 Toronto International Film Festival, where I attended for eyeoncinema.com, where you can go for further coverage.
So your number 3 film is Dolemite Is My Name.
Dolemite Is My Name.
I did not see this film, but I'm very excited for it.
The only bad thing about seeing that film, the premiere, was you not being there with me, because it was... I can't remember the last time I had happy tears watching a movie.
Wow.
Like, it was just a joyous experience. But also, you know, I'm a fan of Rudy Ray Moore. So I think that you need to see Dolemite in several of his films before I think it would help the film experience.
Sure.
And appreciating the man he was. Who's also known as the Godfather of rap, because he was an influence on Snoop Dogg. Because he has a line in a song like "shit Dolemite says" or something like.
Okay.
And lots of early rappers, just because of the shit he would say. So this is kind of a huge comeback for Eddie Murphy, because this is a decades-long project he was trying to get off the ground, and director Craig Brewer, who we haven't seen since he remade Footloose, but is known for Hustle and Flow and Black Snake Moan, which were both films I really liked. So this shows Rudy Ray Moore just prior to a hustling man that was trying to make it in LA, first as a singer, and then he created this persona of Dolemite. He invites bums off the street who he hears speaking, and him and his friends, including Titus Burgess and Mike Epps and Craig Robinson.
Mike Epps.
And Craig Robinson are all talking like, oh, it'd be a great idea for you to talk to these people. So he records all these stories of all these old bums and creates the persona of Dolemite and goes on tour with it, and becomes well known in Black communities wherever he goes, and sells records of his comedy stand-up, basically.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. But you know, even the blaxploitation filmmakers, which was kind of starting to wane by then, didn't want to, because he was a fat, overweight man that, for all his tenacity, didn't have a lot of talent per se, and so he had to finance this film against his own records.
Okay.
And it was a huge gamble. And then he made this film, and nobody would show. And it's reminiscent of something like The Disaster Artist, maybe, about somebody just wanting so desperately to make something, and then the joyous experience of,
because he's obviously successful.
Yes, and made 7 more films with this group of friends. You've seen The Monkey Hustle, okay, by the way, with Yaphet Kotto. But
yes, I'd have. Yes.
Yeah, Dolemite is definitely his first one and that's where the film goes through. But the cast is great. Lunel is his aunt. Snoop Dogg is in it. Chris Rock.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, you talked about Wesley Snipes.
Eddie Murphy and Wesley Snipes need to be Oscar nominated for this film. Wesley Snipes, this is the most entertaining role he's done since Noxeema Jackson and Tu Wong Fu.
My favorite.
Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. And he plays Derville Martin, who directed Dolemite. Derville Martin was a well-known blaxploitation actor. He had a small part in Rosemary's Baby, as they go over in this film.
Okay.
And they accost him in a strip club that they're all in one night. And Rudy Ray Moore says, I'll make you, I want you to direct my movie. And he agrees, not knowing that it's a shit show. So he's drunk through the whole production, plays Derville Martin like this very effete kind of gentleman, but every line delivered.
Is he gay?
I don't know. Okay. But yeah. And Lady Reed, played by, I'm forgetting her, Divine Linda something. She's in Empire as Pound Cake.
Oh, okay.
She's excellent as Lady Reed, this woman that Rudy Ray Moore sees in a bar one night, like punching out her husband, and kind of takes her on the road with him. And and she also ends up in Dolemite, the film they make. But it's just a joy to see all around. Like, everybody is obviously very committed in the film. I don't know.
Wow. I'm excited.
Like, I feel like everybody has their little moment. Titus Burgess has a few laugh out loud lines. I don't know. I just laughed, and then there's also a lot of chemistry, a lot of heartfelt moments in there too about representation.
Where did your happy tears come from?
Just seeing like Eddie Murphy get to do his thing and then play this kind of extraordinary man that you don't really get to see on screen. I don't know.
So
definitely 4 out of 5. There was something else. It reminds me also a little bit of Bowfinger, which Eddie Murphy is in, but is also about the struggle, and that's the Steve Martin character in that, struggling to make a film despite not having any of the means to do so. And just kind of the magic that can come out of doing what you really want to do. So I don't know. Yeah, I loved it.
Well, I'm excited. All right. Bye.
Bye.